Ladies and gentlemen, as you might have noticed, we have commenced our descent into Schiphol Airport. Please switch off and install all electronic devices. And check for your...
Different's good. I like different.
No, I like to paint.
I like to paint. Very different.
I think what I see.
Very different. Very different.
What do you think of this painting?
I'm not sure.
I say a painting of what?
Painting of what?
A painting of what? A painting of what?
You're different.
Very different. Very different. Very different.
Ooh, that's disgusting.
Oh god.
I peeled back a little more than I would like. Alright, one bite every nose rolls.
Boiled eggs.
Alright, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh shit.
Boiled egg.
Boiled egg.
Alright. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this video. This is a video I've never really made before. I'm kind of stepping out of my comfort zone with this, especially with this part. But ever since I wanted to go to Japan long time ago, I knew I always wanted to do some sort of video of my trip. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. And now, as promised, I'm going to do kind of a haul pickups video, show you things that I bought there while I was in Japan that I brought back. So let's get started. I'm going to start with some of the smaller stuff first and then kind of work my way up into the bigger stuff, being the clothes. So first off, I'll be pulling some items out of this very cool 7-Eleven reusable grocery bag that I only saw them at a few 7-Elevens while I was there, and the second time I saw one I was like, let me get one. I like reusable bags. I use reusable bags out here in LA. I don't know why I had to say LA. You can use reusable grocery bags anywhere. And I actually really like this bag a lot. These straps are really long. I hate when tote bags have those tiny small straps. Yeah, really excited about that. Let's open it up. So first off, speaking of convenience stores, that's where I spent a good majority of my time buying snacks and whatnot. And recently, I think within the past few months, maybe the past year or so, each of the big three convenience stores, 7-Eleven, Lawson's, and Family Mart, started releasing their own socks. I'm assuming 7-Eleven started it because that's where I saw it first. And it became this big like collector's item. And this isn't even all of them. I probably bought like 5 pairs of socks in total. I didn't buy any from Lawson's. I didn't really like the Lawson's ones too much, but I got 3 pairs of Family Mart socks. 2 of them I've already worn. I really like those a lot. I have another white pair, but it's just the green and blue. But then I also got this pair I haven't worn yet. And then I got a black pair that has the green and blue in it. And then I bought 2 pairs of these, the 7-Eleven socks. These were nearly impossible to find. It wasn't until we got to Kyoto. Actually, as we were about to leave Kyoto, we just happened to pop into the 7-Eleven we hadn't been to. And every time we would go into a 7-Eleven, which was at least once a day, I would look for these stupid socks, and finally just happened when I nearly gave up, happened to find like 3 pairs sitting there. They had 2 in my size, so I bought 2 of them. I'm wearing one of them right now for the first time, and I gotta say, pretty disappointed. These are like paper thin. I'll probably wear these with like dress shoes because they feel like dress socks. They're so thin. I gotta hand it to Family Mart. These socks are quality socks. They're not super thick, but they have like a nice padded bottom. That's a weird way to say it, but they're very comfortable. I love the Family Mart socks. I'm glad I bought more of those and didn't try and get more 7-Eleven socks because I think these will honestly disintegrate in like a few wears. So moving on, I only have one of these in here, one of these gotchas, because all the other ones I bought are for friends and family to give away as little gifts. This one here is a Jaws one. I won't take it out, or maybe I'll take it out later and show. I also got a toy machine one I'll try and get some B-roll footage of as well. So one of the stores I didn't know anything about before going to Japan was called Muji. I'm sure people have heard of it. I'm just in the dark on this stuff. Luckily, our friend Gavin, who went with us, introduced us to Muji, and I really like that store. I like their clothes, but I gotta say, and this is maybe on me a little bit, but not really, the sizing options they had in store were very limited for a bigger guy. Like they barely even had any XLs, and usually I prefer like a 2XL. So I didn't find much clothing at Muji that I was able to get. Actually, I didn't find any. I don't know why I'm saying much. I didn't buy any clothes at Muji. I like the look of their stuff. It's just limited on sizing. It's kind of the same with Uniqlo, where it's like if you're a bigger guy, you kind of have to order online, but then you're still kind of guessing. So cool clothes, maybe not made for me, but that's okay. I didn't need to buy more clothes, but their home goods stuff was awesome. This one is just a black travel bag that has a lot of compartments in it. My friend Gavin actually bought the same bag and was showing it to me, and I realized that I've been carrying around like 5 smaller travel bags like since I've been traveling for the past couple of years, and like it just inspired me that I should probably get something that's a little bigger so that way I only have to carry like 1 or 2. So really excited about this. It also has, I should have showed it, it also has this hook in here, which is really cool because like every time you go to a hotel or an Airbnb, it's impossible to find a place to put your stuff. So if there's a towel hook, you just hang that on there and you don't have to take up counter space. And then I also bought this lint roller that comes in this like holder for it, which again, was not something I would have expected to buy. I'm actually going to open it up now for the first time. But they sold like all different sizes of lint rollers, going up to these big like paint roller sized ones. And actually they had one of those at our Airbnb we were at on our first leg of the trip. It was a really good lint roller. It was huge, but I didn't have the room to bring back a big lint roller. But my problem with lint rollers is there's nowhere to put them ever, so you kind of just have to like set them out and they just kind of look like an eyesore. Whereas this now looks like, it looks like a toilet cleaner if I'm being honest, but this will look much better on a countertop than just seeing like the regular lint roller in my opinion. So, and I got some refills, which I think you can order. I think Muji stuff you can order online pretty easily. So I could have just done that there. Keeping in the theme of smaller items, I'm talking now really small items. We went to this like home goods kind of store called Zappity Doo. I have no idea why the store was called that. Really cool store though. Honestly, probably one of my favorite like looking stores as far as the interior goes. But they honestly should have called it Dalton because all of the stuff was Dalton branded. Literally no idea what Dalton is, if I can get this thing to focus. Yeah, and they had that little mascot on there. Sold a bunch of like cool looking crates. They had this little shopping basket I almost thought about buying. So I bought this little clothes hanger that has this little clip on the bottom. I also bought this tiny dental floss keychain that is really dumb, but honestly there's so many times where I'm out at a restaurant and I get done eating and I need dental floss and I don't carry dental floss with me, so this was perfect. Next up, I want to show some items that I got while we were at the Oedo flea market. First up is this Godzilla toy, and if I'm being honest, I don't know if this is Godzilla or baby Godzilla. I have no idea. If anybody knows, they can tell me in the comments. It is vintage. It's from 2000. But anyways, I wanted to get a few different Godzilla toys while I was over there, and I was really happy to see this guy who had a booth of just a bunch of old toys. Many of them Godzilla ones and decent price. I think this is like 1,000 yen. So there's him. I'm going to show off some other items I got while I was there. So one of the things I was really interested in finding were like vintage advertisements or movie posters. And luckily I found just one booth. This one guy had a booth where he was selling a ton of old prints. I had to dig to the bottom to find some old advertisements and posters. This advertisement here is really cool. I think this over here is hand drawn. At least it looks to be. I couldn't tell you how old it is. It's printed on this kind of almost like construction paper like quality. And I think there's supposed to be something attached at the bottom because if you translate it, the translation says, "How to cook imported food effectively. Let's enjoy delicious imported food. Please be sure to read the attached explanation. Ministry of Agriculture and Forestry." I have no idea where this would have hung up at. I have no idea. It's just really cool. Love the colors of it. I think I'm going to frame this. Maybe it'll be in my kitchen or something. Next up is this movie poster, which I'll try and show as much as I can here, of a 1975 movie called The Gate of Youth, directed by Kirio Urayama. I have never seen this movie ever. I think it's like a 2-part series from a book, and I think each of the parts are like 3 hours long or something. I'll watch it at some point. I don't know if I'll hang this up. I honestly just like it as a collector's piece, but maybe sometime it'll get hung up. But just a really cool poster from 1975. Next thing I bought here is a Hedorah Godzilla monster figure in this really, really cool, sparkly, translucent vinyl. I think he's a vinyl figure. I will be opening this up. In fact, I'm going to open it up right now. I got this while I was at Toho Cinemas. Just one of the Tohos. It was in Ginza, where Kyle and I went and saw a Godzilla movie, which is really cool. I'll probably talk more about that on the podcast, but yeah, I don't plan on keeping them in this plastic, even though I know some people do. Yeah, pretty sweet. Wow, I wish I could get this focused. There we go. Next thing I got were these 2 mini crates at Hey Tokyo, which was in Shibuya, I believe. I got this blue one, and then I got this white one. It's kind of off-white. I saw these. They had different sizes of them, and these were only like, I think like $10 or something, less than that. Oh, and I forgot there's 2 in each of them. So I actually have 4 crates, which is a bit ridiculous to have this many, considering I literally don't know what I'm going to do with them. So yeah, I don't know if I'll put them in the bathroom to put stuff in, or if I'll put them in my kitchen. I have no idea, but these are really cool. Next up, and this is actually one of the first things I bought, is an original 1972 Godfather movie program. Movie programs are a really big thing in Japan, and I don't know what the history of it is, but they still make movie programs to this day that are available at the movie theaters. And if you go into any antique vintage shop in anywhere in Japan, I promise they will have stacks and stacks of these everywhere of all different movies. I honestly wish I would have bought a few more because I like them. I think they're cool for collecting, but I only bought this one. I should have bought one. They have one for The Fly. They have these really cool like full print posters in here. But this is awesome. I think I'll end up framing this. I haven't decided exactly yet. The next item is something I was not expecting to find or buy, but we went into Tower Records, which was really cool, and was just thumbing through records, and I came upon this David Bowie, Bing Crosby, Peace on Earth, Little Drummer Boy on vinyl. Okay, so it's Peace on Earth and Little Drummer Boy side A, side B, White World of Winter. But this is my favorite Christmas song of all time, and it's such a legendary pairing with Bing and Bowie together. I believe Bing died before the song came out, and so he never got to actually hear it. And I don't even have a record player yet, so I'm kind of collecting things until I finally get one this year. So speaking of Tower Records, here is the bag that they gave me when I purchased that, which is now full of so many snacks and candy and such. I will not be showing all of that now. If you watch this week's episode of the It Takes All Kinds podcast, just came out a few days ago, you will see Gavin and I taste test all of this stuff in this very heavy bag. So stay tuned to that, or if you haven't seen it yet, go back and watch it now. Next up is an item that was definitely high up on my list of things to get while I was in Japan, which is a knife, an Akiri knife, kitchen knife. I have no idea who made this knife. I don't know what that printing is. I don't know if it's the shop I bought it from, which was Kamada on Kapabashi Street. I wanted to get a nicer one, but I honestly don't cook as much as I used to, but I knew I'd regret if I didn't get something, but very nice. All right, last of the small items, it's actually something I'm wearing, is this Seiko watch. I'll show some B-roll so you guys can see it close up. To my understanding, this is a Seiko Nano Universe watch. I don't know if that's just the line or the actual name of the watch, but it's this tank style watch, kind of like a Cartier tank, or I think even, Seiko makes a bunch of different tank styles. It's got this leather band, kind of crocodile, I guess you would call that, right? Crocodile print? I don't know. I'm not smart. Was not even planning on buying it, didn't know anything about it. Literally, Blake happened to send me a reel the morning we went out to Ginza, just showing me this watch because he knew I wanted to get a vintage watch while I was there. And this isn't vintage, it's new. But I saw that and I was like, that's the watch I gotta get. And we went to Ginza that day. It was at this place called Ginza Loft, and I just fell in love with it right away. And I'm so glad I got it. It goes with everything. Great watch. Love that. All right, let's get into the good stuff. I'm talking clothes. First off, I'm going to start with this. This is actually the last item I purchased the day before we left. It's just this vintage, or maybe not even vintage, I actually think it's pretty new, red cap button-up work shirt. I love it. I love work shirts. This is only my second one, but I love this stripe. I got it at a place called Desert Snow, I think it's called. It's like a chain of vintage stores in Japan. This one was in Shimokitazawa. I tried it on. I love it. This is a great shirt. Next up, it's probably my favorite shirt ever now, I would say, is this Made in Japan Beams Plus. I believe Beams Plus. Yeah, Beams Plus 100% cellulose button-up shirt. I've been looking to get an original 50s style in this cut. Being a bigger guy, finding one in an XL, a larger XL, or even a double XL is nearly impossible. So when I saw this at Beams Plus, I fell in love right away. I love it. It's so soft. It's almost like silk. It's so soft. It's a little big on me, but I like that a little bit more. It's a little more flowy. So speaking of Beams, next up, got these nylon cotton cargo military style pants with the little ties at the bottom. These pants are fantastic. I wore these many times while I was over there. So flowy, a lot of airflow going through here, so they're not like super hot, which was nice because I overheat often and walking around Tokyo and Kyoto just sweating all the time. So having these on was very nice. Got them in a size XL. I usually wear a large in pants, but the XL just fit a lot better. Really happy about these, and really just happy about finding Beams in general. I knew about Beams before going over there, wanted to go into one, but didn't know about their own line of clothing. And then the two things I bought from there were Beams items, and I fell in love with them. I'm a fan for life now of Beams. There's so much more I wanted to get from them, so I can't wait to pick up more at some point in time. So next up, of course, what I think everybody gets in Japan, a pair of Onitsuka Tigers. These are the Mexico line, I guess. I don't really understand. I just know they have something to do with Mexico. But it's in this cactus green birch color with this beautiful tumbled leather. These are super nice. I got a size 11, which is what I usually wear. I probably should have gotten a 10.5. They fit a little big. I have a little extra room in the toe cap. These are super nice though. Was definitely happy to get these. I wanted to pick up a pair of Onitsuka Tigers while I was there, and I just fell in love with this colorway because of this green. All right, getting down to the last few items, and I would say these are the big ones. I saved the best for last. First up is this Capital chore jacket, linen cotton jacket, just beautiful in this pistachio green color with that little back pocket. I love that. I wanted to get something from Capital so bad when I had planned the trip to go over there, and as soon as I saw this jacket, which I actually saw it in Kyoto in a yellow color, I loved it, but I didn't love how flashy that yellow color was. And so when we got back to Tokyo, Gavin and I went over to the Capital stores in Ibisu. There's 3 of them, and I think it was in the 3rd store. After looking for the yellow jacket, we actually found the green version, this one. I fell in love with it right away. I think it'll go with my wardrobe a lot better. It's not as flashy as that yellow one was. It's nice and light, which is perfect out here in California. Super happy I got a Capital piece, my first one ever. I got it in a size 5, which I believe is like equivalent to an XL, but Capital things can kind of run in weird sizes. So last but certainly not least is this beautiful Nana Mika indigo weather field coat in this beautiful indigo dyed cotton. This jacket was high on my list of things I wanted to get when I went to Japan, and thankfully I found it at the Nanamika in Kyoto. I actually got a size large, which is the first time I bought a size large since before high school. So that was a good feeling, but it is an oversized fit. I love this jacket. I've been looking to get a longer trench style coat for a long time now, and I wanted to get something that wasn't quite a tan trench coat because I already have one. So when I saw this online, I fell in love with it. I'm so happy about it. It's so long and flowy, and it's just great, man. This was a big one for me, and so I'm really stoked about that. Well, anyways, that just about wraps everything up. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. This was fun and very interesting to make. Again, this is not something I normally do. I'm kind of stepping out of my comfort zone and showing a side of me I don't really talk about that often, which is my collections and my love of clothing and stuff like that, and also just showing a part of my life with going on this trip that I've been wanting to my whole entire life. So I'm really happy I could share that with you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Last but not least, I want to give a big shout out to Kyle, Gavin, and Blake for inviting me on this trip and taking me pretty much as tour guides around Tokyo and Japan, as those guys have been there multiple times. So a great group to go with. They were so much fun, so much love for those guys. I honestly would have been completely lost without them for sure. So shout out to all of them. I had so much fun on this trip, and I hope we get to do it sometime again soon.